The moon hung low in the autumn night sky, casting eerie shadows across the fields of Weatherly Farm. A cool, restless wind rustled the leaves and whispered through the cornstalks, setting the stage for a story that would chill the soul. Nina, a young journalist seeking a sensational story to catapult her career, had been drawn to the small, remote town of Weatherly. She had heard whispers of a malevolent presence, a cursed scarecrow that had plagued the town for generations. The townsfolk spoke of a malevolence that seemed to seep from its ragged burlap face and its hollow, lifeless eyes. As she arrived in the quaint town, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. The locals gave her wary glances and spoke in hushed tones. None of them dared venture into the fields after sundown, and all warned her to stay away from the cursed scarecrow. Determined to uncover the truth, Nina ventured into the fields one misty evening, her camera and recording equipment in hand. The air was heavy with an ominous presence, and every step she took felt like a prelude to a terrible revelation. As she approached the scarecrow, she could see the twisted, gnarled branches that formed its grotesque limbs, a silent testament to the darkness that had befallen the town. She aimed her camera at the scarecrow, its stitched smile seeming to mock her. The moon's pale light played tricks on her eyes, making it appear as if the scarecrow's head turned to follow her. That was impossible, right? Just then, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night, sending shivers down her spine. She turned to see a group of townsfolk sprinting toward her, their faces contorted in terror. They shouted for her to run, to flee for her life, but it was too late. The scarecrow came to life, its twisted limbs snapping and cracking as it descended from its wooden post, its eyes now burning with malevolent fire. Nina's heart pounded in her chest as she stumbled backward, her camera falling to the ground. The scarecrow moved towards her, each step echoing with a sickening, wooden thud. She could hear the whispers of the townsfolk, their tales of how the scarecrow had claimed the lives of those who had dared to cross its path. Inspiration gripped her as she tried to escape the nightmare that had become all too real. But it was relentless, its burlap arms reaching out, ready to claim her soul. She could feel the cold, unnatural fingers wrapping around her throat, squeezing the life out of her. The townsfolk could only watch in horror as Nina's life was extinguished by the cursed scarecrow, a grim reminder of the darkness that had haunted their town for generations. As the first light of dawn broke, the scarecrow returned to its post, its twisted smile once again stitched into place. The tale of Weatherly's cursed scarecrow would live on, a chilling warning to those who dared to seek the truth in the heart of darkness. Nina's camera lay in the field, capturing only darkness, a silent witness to the horror that had unfolded. In Weatherly, the scarecrow watched over the fields, its malevolent presence forever lurking, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to cross its path.